Hello everyone. I hope you're having a good Sunday. So I was scheduled for a travel, and I just thought that before I leave for the airport, I'll just answer a couple of questions and put my thought across. First of all, thank you so much for your response on Swami. It's been a pleasure uh, getting your responses on that. Your support and the royalty raised from this book would also go to the chemotherapy for the chemotherapy of the patients who are in shortage of funds. So whatever you do, whatever support you give to this book, please continue that. And the idea of putting this book on the floor was to equip with the point that you are complete in yourself. Outside situations, momentary fluctuations, thinking, emotional patterns are just waves which comes and goes. So let's understand this a little bit more, and I also want to address a very important question which somebody asked me in last couple of days. So it's like this: if you have a house and you have windows and you shut the windows, the sunlight cannot come in. So it's not that the windows are stronger than the sunlight, but then the windows are shut. So if you really want to connect with that dimension which is already existing in you, you really have to be open and let the ego level move out. Because the moment you understand these thinking patterns which hijack you are not you, and the ego merges, and there is nothing called ego after that, because whatever is happening to you in this platform of life is just mere fluctuations. That's not you. So your thoughts are not you, your feelings are not you, your emotions are not you. So it is, you are the bigger furnace where these things are happening and going, and you just probably see as a silent witness. It's like you're sitting in a movie theater and you're seeing a movie, but you're just seeing the movie. You may also play a role in that movie, or may play several roles in that movie, but you're not the role that you play. So there is no question of feeling good, bad, hurt. So you are that stillness that doesn't move. Somebody appreciates, we feel thankful for it, but we don't go gaga about it. And if somebody gives criticisms, again, we are not hampered with that. But we are responsive to feedback, right? So we are above no one, below no one. Okay? Yeah. So in my case, there is no friends, no enemies. So if you get into that zone of life, you already complete and you are Swami. Now let me come to a question somebody posed. Interesting question. Somebody asked a very simple question, and she said that we get a lot of feelings when we think certain thoughts, and you're just sitting and you get a feeling. Now, should you trust that feeling, or should you think is just is just coming for the sake of coming? So this generally happens to most of us, and it can happen anytime. And so some people, it's happening all the time. It depends from where the feelings are coming. So some feelings can be just mere reactions to the cultural phenomena where you are leading your life, and some feelings come in because you've just watched some movie or something. So those feelings are just reactions of your cognitive human mind and set mind patterns. But there can be feelings that come from a very deep intuitive level. Well, those feelings would automatically manifest into you and through you. You don't have to do nothing about it, because that's the highest intelligence. But all feelings are not intuitive, so having the intuitive source. So you have to really check what the feelings are. But to keeping a straightforward answer, you cannot be guided by all the feelings you get. That's not going to be. You should observe the feelings as a silent witness, but that should not be the guiding tool to your decision making process. So all feelings are not from the level of depth, the feeling that comes from intuition. So intuition, when intuition comes in, it's going to be calm. There will be never be anxiety in it, no fear in it. There will not be any negative emotion in it. Intuition comes when you are in the state of calmness and silence. And it comes without your prior approval, because it's coming from the most deepest level. If you connect to stillness, you will be more intuitive. But intuitions cannot be impulsive. Feelings can be impulsive. General feelings can be impulsive. So if the feeling is coming from the depth, yes, it gives you some insight, and that insight takes care of its manifestation on its own. You just allow it to happen. But on general surface, you may get a lot of feelings that are just coming from the surroundings and your cultural level and from where you're living. So that's not the right idea to take your decisions, right? And another point I would like to put is that one cannot be hijacked by thinking. Now, thinking is an important tool to do a lot of constructive and creative things in life. But then once you are hijacked by thinking and those narratives in your mind, and you think that what you're thinking is the real life, which is not true, then you create a lot of thoughts, because thought has got a lot of power and it will take you away from that stillness. So even if you're grounded in stillness, then you understand that thinking is just a pattern which you just observe and it moves out. And some thoughts which may be furious, they'll fill you with anger. So just take last anger episode which you had. So anger is an explosive. If you really want to work on it, you really have to see when the anger is coming inside and it's coming up, you just observe it. You don't have to restrict a thought. If you restrict it, it will give more power to it. And neither you have to probably so-called anger management exercises where you try to push the anger back or displace it. None of them are going to work. You have to observe. They're just few milliseconds when that spark happens. You need to observe it, and then it may not come up to its maximum level. It may get subside, but still you have to address the issue by responding to the issue. You have to respond to the issue. I'm not saying you just take it whatever is put up to it. That doesn't mean. For example, if I have taken a hotel and that hotel roof is dripping, I have to make a complaint for a room change. But then in that, there is no emotion involved in it to pull somebody down. All right, so thinking patterns are just mere fluctuations. You need to observe it. You don't have to be entangled with it. And feelings, you really have to see what the source it is. And at any point of time, you're always complete. In any situation you're living, and you need to be in the present moment awareness. When that comes in, nothing can challenge you from outside, no matter how challenging the life becomes or would have been, some people may be facing now. So with that, I'll just put it off for today, and thank you so much for Swami again, and let's keep this momentum rolling. Thank you.